All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our All-In Leadership Training. And I'm so excited to share with you guys tonight. I shared with the girls around earlier that I believe tonight I'm going to talk about something that's super duper duper important in your business. And so I'm excited that you're on. If you're listening to the recording or you have not already, grab a piece of paper because I want you to take notes. And I want you, because you remember so much more if you write it down. Couple quick announcements though before I jump into the training. First of all, last week I trained on time management, and so many of you are like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. And I'd encourage you to ask yourself, did you take the time to actually do the homework, make your weekly plan sheet, send it to me, and actually utilize those things? Because you can have great training all day long and then go home and do absolutely nothing, right? And so did you really utilize those things? Did you work on your time management? If you didn't, then guess what? You can do that this week, okay? And a little recognition, Miss Tisha and Kanisha, they were our queens of sharing. I issued a sharing challenge last Wednesday, and in case you didn't see, they won, and they are killing it with team building and already well on their way this month. So super proud of you guys. Another quick announcement, in case you didn't see the memo or the announcement from Brianna, she's making the little pads, their little notepads of the tracking sheets that you guys need to fill out each week. And so you just fill out your numbers and then you rip it off or you leave it on, and it has, I think it's like 100 or something on there. And she's gonna place the order in the morning. And so if you do want to order like a cute little pad, it's like this big, it's really cute. That we don't have to print off the tracking sheet each week, because remember, a track number grows. And I'm proud of you guys for turning in your numbers, but you got to start somewhere. But I will tell you just 100% honestly, you guys, that if you want to be in a different place, you've got to increase those numbers. Some of you I know are not excited about your numbers, that this is the week to do something about it, to not just talk about it. Because if you want to be a director, if you truly are all in, if you can't just be on these calls on Wednesday nights, you got to get into action, right? And one of the reasons, the thing I'm talking about tonight, I think will help you get into action if you work on it. But you've got to increase your activity. If you want to be in DIQ by the end of the month, we have to have a huge, crazy sense of urgency. And I don't know if you guys listened to my call that I did about procrastination and perfectionism, but if you're procrastinating on doing the activity you know you need to do, usually it's just fear. And so this is the week that I want you to blow it out of the water with your activity and really up your activity and do double, triple, quadruple of what you did last week, okay? Let's increase our activity. And I want us to have, one last thing, and then I'm going to show you about a new prize. You guys like prizes. I know you like prizes. And so I'm going to offer a fun little challenge just for you guys. So be ready. I want to remind you, though, really quickly, we just posted the Cash for Christmas call at 7 o'clock our time. Listen to the recording if you've not already. I know a couple of you have, about mapping out a game plan for that. But what I talked about was going on target for your car this month. If you want to earn a free car by Christmas, you have got to go on target for your car this month. And you've got to hit that mark this month. And so if you're a director, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. And so I want you guys really focused on getting on target for your car this month. And remember, when you go on target for your car this month, these gorgeous prizes, nobody's earned them yet. This one, when you do 10,000 wholesale this month, between you and your team, which any of you could do that. Right now, you're all about in the same boat, okay? So everybody's got the same playing field, so don't give into the lie that like, oh, I'm far behind this person, that person. No, it literally is a decision. And then, of course, the 5,000 a month, you get the smaller ones, and where's the other ones? Oh, these two guys, right? So those you get for going on target for your car this month, in the month of September, all right? However, I think we need to up the ante. And I think that we need to have a sense of urgency. And along with that sense of urgency, you guys know that I issued a face race. You're officially in a face race. If you have not already realized that, you're in a face race between now and Saturday. Actually, you know what? I'm going to extend it till next Wednesday because I'm going to launch it from here. That this next week, we're in a face race. And whenever I launched it, you get to count those. We're going to be in a face race because you need to be in front of faces if you're going to go on target for your car, right? And I did it between now and Saturday because I want you finishing your star as well, and I want you in front of the faces, okay? So those are the two deadlines the deadline by Saturday is, of course, the star. But here's the new special challenge that I came up with today, just because I can, and just because I know you guys like prizes. So those of you who are not going to target your car get these gorgeous things. But wait, there's more. I want you to have a sense of urgency to not wait till the end of the month. So anybody that goes on target for their car and hits that mark between now and next Wednesday is going to get another prize. And they're big prizes. They are, first of all, this color organizer. If you've never, oh gosh, that's heavy. If you've never, if you've never earned that, you get the color organizer when you go on target for your car by next Wednesday. Or you get this beauty coat. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's super cute. It's adorable. And there's even like a cute little, what is that called? Belt. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's super cute and super professional. You never have to know what you're gonna wear at your appointments. Like, you look super professional and super sharp. So this beauty coat or the color organizer, you get when you go on target for your car by next Wednesday, because I want you to have a mad sense of urgency this week to be in front of as many faces as you can and to be sharing the business opportunity with as many people as you can, following up with people about orders so we can get you on target for your car. How do you go on target for your car? Two things. 5 active team members, 5,000 wholesale between you and your personal team. By the way, if you're in DIQ or you're a director, same thing. 5,000 between you and your personal team, and 5 new team members will get you, well, on target for your car. So, game on. You guys ready to go on target for your car this week? Yeah, I hope you are. I know I can't see all your faces, but I hope that you're excited because I want you to have a sense of urgency. I want you to have a sense of urgency, and right now we need to up the activity. We totally need to up the activity, and most of us work really well on a deadline. I don't want you waiting until the end of the month, okay? When you go on target for your car by next week, you'll not only get this gorgeous prize, you'll still be able to have the rest of the month to go on to do 10,000, in production between now and the end of the month, okay? So get excited. That is just for you guys because you are my all-in leadership group, and I want you stretching and growing, okay? There's the announcements. All right, I think that is it on the announcements. This is another either or. If you're not in DIQ already, if you get in DIQ or to 8 active by next Wednesday, you can also qualify for the beauty coat or the color organizer, okay? So if you are not in DIQ or director and you get to your 8 active instead of the car, by next Wednesday, you also get this, okay? Because I don't want you to wait until the end of the month. I want you pushing now. Got it? Okay, first challenge. Game on. All right, now we're gonna jump into some training. And grab your paper and be ready to write. What I'm gonna talk about is about confidence. And if what I just said, you just tuned out and you said, yeah, right, I could never do that, you need to listen. You need to listen because you don't believe in yourself, and it's usually a lack of confidence. It's usually a lack of confidence in yourself. It's a lack of confidence in your skills and your abilities, and that has got to change, people, because if you want to be in a different place, listen to me. If you want to go to the next level on the career path, you've got to work on your confidence and you've got to work on yourself. And so I'm going to share some training. The training is actually by Sean Key, the outline of it, but I went and added a bunch of my own notes. And so there's going to be a few of these, like during this, I'm going to be just sharing from my heart, and then I'm going to be reading and sharing from what he said. So this is by Sean Key. If you don't know who Sean Key is, he's the Vice President of Sales in all of Mary Kay. Phenomenal guy, brilliant. And he trains on confidence. He goes around the nation training on confidence. This is a very important thing, you guys, in our Mary Kay world for sure. It's something that affects all areas of our business, every single area of our business. And you're going to get radically different results if your confidence is high versus if your confidence is low. You guys, I've seen people say the exact same thing. Their confidence is high, they get results like this. If their confidence is low, even if they're doing the exact same thing, they're just going through the motions, people can sense that confidence because you guys, it's something like, I don't even know what it is. Don't quote me, but 80 to 85% of communication is nonverbal. So much of it is nonverbal. They're not really listening to what you're saying. They are looking at their confidence, which I'm going to go over in a minute. And here's the deal, you guys. Get this. You will recruit to two levels lower than your confidence. So let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, just throw out a number of where you, just not out loud, but think about what number would you rate yourself as on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being 0, 10 being is super confident. And maybe let's say your confidence is 7. Then you're going to recruit 2 levels lower than your confidence. So you're going to typically recruit people of levels 5 confidence and below. If your confidence is a 5, then you're going to typically recruit people of level 3 confidence or below. That this is a big deal. If you want to build your team and move quick, you want to build your confidence because you want women that are confident will move quicker. But guess what? I came into Mary Kay with 0 confidence. 0 confidence. So I'm here to tell you that you can work on this, but if you want to build a strong, solid team, you've got to work on this. And get this, your team is a direct reflection of you. Your team is a direct reflection of you. So if you don't like your team, it usually has something to do with us and our confidence, that when we recruit a higher level confident person, they're a lot easier to work with because they respond to our phone calls. They want something, they believe in themselves, and they're willing to work, and they're willing to invest in themselves, you know, in product and in going to a meeting and in the training. They're willing to believe in themselves. And so if you want to be in a different place, you've got to increase your confidence, because we want to attract sharp women. But you guys, it's something that I'm just telling you. I mean, you could say right now, well, that sucks. I don't have any confidence, so I better just not even try. No, I'm telling you, this is something you've got to work on if you want to move up. And like I said, I'm going to repeat this again because I know you guys don't believe me right now, but I had 0 confidence, 0 self-esteem coming into Mary Kay, that this is something I really had to work on as a leader, because I wanted to attract sharp women. And I at first was attracting the 18-year-olds and the people that were broke and had no car and no money and no teeth and no nothing. And, you know, because I didn't believe in myself. But as I increased my confidence, I built a stronger, more solid team. Okay, and no prejudging against those people. But on average, a woman of higher confidence is going to move quicker, and you're going to be able to run with her quickly. I would say this is one of the most important things to work on. Now, confidence is an inside job. It's not something that you can get from anybody else. I wish that I could be like, poof, 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 you all have confidence. I can't, and I won't, even if I could, because you learn in the process to become a stronger person. It's just like your kids. You know, you want to help them and, you know, rescue them, but they've got to learn by falling down and by, you know, having some failures and some obstacles and things in their lives, because it makes them stronger, right? But it would be called self-confidence if someone else could do it for you. That's why you and only you must work on this to increase it. And it's up to you. Get this, it's up to you to decide what level of confidence that you're going to have. It is a choice. And no matter what you're doing or what conversation you have, it is up to you what kind of confidence you have, okay? Now, and people are attracted to that confidence. That's why it's so important. And yes, we got to fake it till we make it. Yes, we got to fake it till we make it. But you've got to also work on the inside as well. While you're faking it on the outside, you got to work on it on the inside. Okay, we're going to talk about factors that influence your level of confidence. These are things that Sean Key says. And I'll run through them. He says, intentional action. When you do something over and over again with intention, you'll become confident with it. Anything you want, you have to master with repetition, right? Duh, anything you want to get good at, doing it over and over and over again. The more you do skincare classes, the more you warm chatter, the more you do career chats, the more you overcome objections, the better you're going to get at it, right? Also, trust. Ooh, this is a big one. When trust is high, people don't have to worry, fear, or doubt. They trust the people and they trust the process. Trust is the most important ingredient in a healthy relationship. You must be building trust with your consultants. It's very important that your consultants trust you, that they trust you, that you will get them where they want to go. So what are you building, or what are you doing to build trust with your consultants and with your team and the people that you build as customers and the people that you want on your team members? Ask yourself, what are you doing to build trust with them? Are you asking them questions? Are you connecting with them? Do you want to know their why? Are you wanting to know how you can help them? Are you finding a need and filling it? You must build trust with others. And trust happens on the forefront, I believe. Because right now, if your team members have gone MIA and they're gone to Mary Kay heaven, you know, there's not too much you can do. That this is something moving forward. You can work on really building that relationship with her so that she trusts you. That she trusts you. You guys, I have great people skills, and I have learned great people skills because I used to be incredibly socially awkward. I wouldn't even look at somebody in the eyes, but I learned to ask questions. I learned to ask questions, first of all, because I didn't want to talk about myself and I didn't think I had anything great to say. And so it came from a place of really low confidence, but it helped me build trust with people. So if you want to get good at building trust and you want to get good at connecting with people, ask them questions. Tell me about you. What do you do? What do you love? What are your dreams? What do you love about your job? What are your goals in life? What do you want out of life? What are you passionate about? Ask her questions about her and then genuinely care. And they will sense that, you guys. And so build trust with your team members. He says mentors and coaches help you build confidence because the purpose of them is to help others perform at the maximum. It is about how you bring out the best in your team. It's your job as a leader to stretch their vision. It is your job as a leader to stretch their vision. And it is, and you guys feel confident in me and my abilities because I have all this great track record of things that I've done in my business that a mentor and a coach, if they've done something, then they can get you there. And that's why you've got to go on target for your car. I'd say this month so that when you bring people in and they say they want to go on target for your car, they believe that you can get them there. And obviously they'll have me as well, but they're going to want to, that is a big deal too, that you have that confidence that you are going to get them where they want to go. Experiences can build or destroy confidence. We're in the business of creating successful experiences. That creates stronger belief, which creates stronger action, which increases results. The goal isn't for them to become more like you. It is for you to meet them at their level. What do they like and what excites them? Okay, when you're bringing people in, the goal is not to make them like you, or make them like, that you want them to like you as a person, but not them to be like you. You want them to be themselves, right? And the goal is for them that you meet them at their level because they're all going to want different things. They may not want what you want. Another thing that breeds confidence is purpose. Do you know your purpose? Do you know your why? Do you know why you're doing this? Because when your purpose is very clear, when it is crystal clear, we're not talking about your why tonight, but I'm sure you guys have all heard me talk about that when your why is crystal clear, you have a different level of confidence. That these people don't just want to finish a goal, we want you to win. The finisher just crosses the finish line with nothing left to give. They're exhausted. But you want to win with strength and momentum, which means you want to finish DIQ with strength and momentum. You don't want to just barely get there by the skin of your teeth. You want to finish strong. That's why once you go and enter for your card this month, so that when you go in DIQ, you're doing more than the production required, and you're building that confidence that you know what to do. But your why and your purpose builds your confidence. And then knowledge, of course, you got to have the knowledge that builds confidence, right? That confident people take the time to learn and they get the information and the training and they break it down. They take the initiative, right? Now, I'm going to add a couple things that factor into your confidence. And I think, we all come into Mary Kay with our past and with baggage. We come into Mary Kay with baggage. And, in something like this, you're confronted with that baggage. When you work a job 9 to 5, you clock in, you clock out, you do your thing. You're not forced to deal with your limiting beliefs about yourself and maybe what somebody said about you in the past, or how somebody told you couldn't do something, or how, you're always told you're a quitter and you never finish what you started. That kind of stuff is baggage. And so we come into Mary Kay with baggage that really affects our confidence. And also, maybe in Mary Kay, we've missed goals, and that affects our confidence in really ramping up towards going for a new goal. Maybe others' opinions of you and your business, that affects our confidence, and that affects, how we move forward in our business. Here's another big one that I believe affects our confidence is, I believe this is one of the biggest things that affects our confidence is our self-talk. Our self-talk. Is your self-talk positive or is your self-talk negative? Is it defeating? Are you always telling yourself you're fat and you mess this up and you're a failure here and you mess this up here and you look stupid here and you're beating yourself up? Like most of you are literally lashing yourselves on the inside, that we would never talk to somebody else the way that a lot of us talk to ourselves. And I'm telling you, I'm really hard on myself, but I have learned, and you know that I've told you guys this, but I'm telling you that the biggest difference that made all the difference over the last 3 years when we had huge, massive increase in our numbers was because I changed the self-talk. And I worked on what I was saying. I worked on being nice to myself. Imagine that. We're not going into affirmations tonight, but that's a whole nother thing. Your self-talk can really affect your confidence. The other thing that can really affect your confidence is your physical appearance. Do you feel frumpy? Or do you feel sharp? Or do you feel like $1,000,000? Because if you look frumpy on the outside, then that's going to come across. And I'm going to talk about it at the end about some things you can do to increase your confidence. But changing the outside and getting a new sharp look, even if you don't have to go break the bank, go get one look that, power outfit. You can get awesome stuff at Goodwill and at Ross for really inexpensive. Wear the same thing every day. I had one power outfit when I first started. And I felt like $1,000,000 in there, or in that outfit. And so If you feel frumpy, you know, then maybe it's time to go shopping and find a new slamming outfit that you feel like $1,000,000. Factors that kill your confidence. Factors that kill your confidence. Negative people. Negative people. Negative people, we all have them. Guess what? You got to limit your association with them. For some of you, it may be at home. It may be people literally in your home, and obviously you're not going to cut them off, but you do want to limit your time, or you limit how they get into your head, and you limit how what their negative talk tell about how it affects you, right? And negative, and sometimes there's negative people in Mary Kay that, you know, eagles fly alone. If you're an eagle, you fly alone. And if you're poo-pooing on other people, shame on you. You want to reach up to your director. You do not want to be reaching to other consultants, because that's not fair to them. That's not fair to them. You know, they may already be struggling. You don't know what they're going through. And then if you're spewing all your negativity on them, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, some of you may have to limit your time with certain people, but negative people can totally suck your energy and decrease your confidence. Because if you're around it enough, you start sometimes questioning yourself. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. And are you okay with that? Maybe you change your circle. And here's what we want to do with negative people, because I have some negative people in my life, is we always want to argue or fix them. And you can't do that. You can't fix a negative person. You know, you can't fix them. They're either positive or negative. You're not in between, and you can't fix them. It's a waste of energy. Write this down. Never discuss a 20x16 dream with a 3x5 achiever. If you have a big, huge goal, I'm going to go on turn for my car this week. Candace said I could. And you share it with somebody who like is super negative, Nelly, and maybe Kenny, your consultant, or getting into her red jacket, or, you know, sometimes it's a husband or a mom or whoever, you know, and they can't think that big. They're going to poo-poo on it. You want to share your goals and dreams with people who believe in you and are balcony people. You get this is with your team members. You never have to convince a leader to come along with you. Allow them to play the role that they signed up for. Go find leaders. And when you build your confidence, you're going to attract leaders. And leaders, you don't have to convince a leader to go along with you. I love that. If you feel like you're dragging people, it's probably because they're followers. You want to go find leaders like yourself. If you are truly meant to be a director, you're the top 2% of the company. And those of you that are on the call, I know that you take initiative and you don't need somebody making you do stuff, you guys, but you've got to go find leaders, because leaders, they don't have a problem working, because they're driven within, right? And they don't want to be micromanaged anyways. Things that can kill your confidence also are negative experiences. Whether it's a lot of times in our business, I mean, I've seen people go for a goal and they miss it and they never go for it again. You guys, how many times did your kid fall down before he learned to walk? Hundreds and probably thousands of times. You guys, as a mom, did you say, oh, you don't really need to get back up. You don't really need to learn to walk. It's okay. I'll just carry you the rest of your life. No, I'm sure you were like, come on, honey, you can do it. Get back up. And every time they fall down, they learn something. Their muscles tweak. They learn how to walk, and then eventually they figure it out. And it's the same thing. You don't ever fail if you look at it as a learning experience, right? So don't let that hold you back. Sometimes bad things happen, but your ability to bounce back is critical. Your ability to bounce back is critical. Write this down. No matter what matters isn't the size of the crisis. If you're going through a crisis or you missed a goal, but how long you will let it distract you. Because we're all going to have disappointments. We're all going to have times we miss goals. We're all going to have crises that happen in our life. That the key isn't if it's going to happen, but a matter of when. And the key is how long are we going to let that distract us, and how quickly are you going to get back up. I want to share a quick little story from Kanisha, because she's in DIQ and she has been boxing me and talking to me every single day. And those of you that are running, you're talking to me every day. Those of you that are not working, you're not talking to me. And there's a correlation, my friends. And I want to hear from you. Your voice is not text, by the way. I want to hear what's going on, because then I can help you. So yesterday, she had someone poo-poo on her. She had someone tell her that Mary Kay wasn't awesome, and just totally pooped on her. She asked several people, and they all just were mean and negative, and just totally pooped on her. She was completely deflated. She came home, had a little pity party, and then her good friend Tisha, that's why it's very important that you spend time with people that are going to encourage you and that are going to pull you up and that are going to be there for you. She won't let her pity party. She said, let's go out. We're going to go to a scavenger hunt. They went to Walmart. And I don't even know, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And they went and did a scavenger hunt, and they got tons of names. And now today she's calling while she's getting bookings. She's filling up her books, all because she made a decision to not let, she had a pity party for like maybe an hour. And then she made a decision to not let those other people's words and their choices and their bad experiences have them poop, even though they tried to poo-poo on her, she didn't let those people steal her dream. That she got into action and she got out there and did something about it. 24 hours later, her business is in a completely different place. That's the perfect example of bounce back ability. Stuff is going to happen, but the key is how quickly are you going to bounce back? And then, ooh, you guys got to write this one down. This is good. This is definitely from Sean Key. Factors that kill your confidence. This is a big one. Complacency. Complacency will kill your confidence. Write this down in big bold letters with stars everywhere. Staying the same is the new failure. Staying the same is the new failure. If you stay the same, you're failing. If you want to be in a different place, you've got to grow. The world is moving so fast, it's our responsibility to keep up. You've got to stop blending in with the crowd. Lisa Ann said on our Cash for Christmas thing, that, well, we recorded this morning, but this evening, don't desire to fit in, desire to lead. And I think some of you guys are stuck in that complacency. You know, you want more, but you're not willing to do anything about it. That if you want to build your confidence, you got to be willing to do something different. You got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone, because staying the same is the new failure. Oh, that really hit home with me. So there's some things that affect your confidence. Now here's where I want you to be thinking about, where are you lying right now in your levels of confidence that he talks about, and where are your team members on this scale? So he talks about 3 categories in the levels of confidence. 0 to 3, and you're going to want to write this down. 0 to 3 is the fear level. So these are 3 different levels of confidence. 0 to 3 is the fear level. These people are dormant, they're passive, they're sitting around and waiting. They're not in the game at all. They're not even on the bench. They're in the stands. So that is, the lowest level. The people that aren't doing anything. Your consultants that aren't returning your phone calls, aren't going to meetings, aren't doing nothing. 4 to 6 is the frustration level. These are the people on the bench that are trying. They practice Mary Kay from time to time, but they're not winning. Every now and then they get a small victory, but only to be defeated. Write this down. This is a big one. And for some of you, this may be you. Their business didn't cause this level of confidence. They chose this level of confidence for themselves, and their business is a reflection of that. Oh, that is like everything right there that has to do with confidence. And I'm going to read that again in case you didn't catch it the first time. So the level 4 to 6 is the frustration level. And this is where a lot of people are hanging out. These people are on the bench. These are the people on the bench that are trying. They practice Mary Kay from time to time, but they're not winning. They're not winning. Every now and then they get a small victory, only to be defeated. Their business did not cause this level of confidence. They chose that level of confidence, and their business is a direct reflection of it. You guys, we want to blame our business. We want to blame this didn't happen and this didn't happen. Oh, my team member's this and rah. You are not taking responsibility for building your confidence. Building your confidence, you guys, this is critical that you choose the level of confidence you want to be at, and your business reflects that. So you can change that, and your business will be at a completely different place, and it will reflect something completely different. All right, then there's the 7 to 10 confidence level, and this is the fruit level. This is the level we want to be at. Okay, 0 to 3 is fear. 4 to 6 is frustration. 7 to 10 is where I want you guys to get at, and you can literally change this tonight. Literally can change this tonight if you make a decision and you work on it, which I'm going to give you a strategy in a minute. May go longer than 30 minutes, surprise, surprise. But the fruit level is your performance level. These people are firing at all cylinders. You can fit them in the game at any time and they will get results. They are win-aholics. Sean Key talks a lot about winning is key. That people don't want to always make money. They want to be winning. They want to be winning. They want to be winning. We want to be winning and having great things happen. And if you haven't had any wins happen recently, what can you do to get a win ASAP? A win is a booking, a new name, whatever. A win. You got to get a win. That if you're not winning, then it decreases your confidence, right? And you can choose to get a win tonight, ASAP. Your only people you should be working with are levels 7 to 10 confidence, because those are the people that they're going to be a lot easier to move. When a leader mistakenly treats a follower like a leader, they forgive you and move on. So you guys are leaders. You guys are leaders. You want to be operating full out. And if you're not operating full out, then you probably aren't, you're probably frustrated, but you can get to that level if you work on your confidence and you will get much better results, you guys. You guys are different than your team, though. A lot of you have a team, and you have to know that, like I said, if you're the top 2% of the company, your consultants are not going to be like you. They're not going to think like you. They're not going to act like you. So you probably will get frustrated when people don't give this a good shot and give up way too easily. I don't understand that, why someone wouldn't give it a shot and try and give this a shot. But you guys are eagles. And so just know there may be some frustration there, but you want to be working with leaders. You love on your consultants, on all of them, but just know your leaders and the people in the 7 to 10 confidence level are going to move so much quicker, okay? You want to go and target for your car this month. You want to finish DIQ in 1 month. You want to be looking for leaders, Okay, so here's a couple tips that he gives you about how to build your confidence. Because here's the bottom line. We can always talk about all the bad things that we have and that build or that have decreased our confidence, but we got to work on building it. And you got to be very intentional about this. So I'm going to give you a bunch of stuff. Take notes and pick a few things that you're going to work on this week. That's going to be the challenge. Always have, this is the big one, write this down. Always have 1% more confidence than you have fear. This is what I want you to write down. Stop trying to eliminate fear and start trying to increase your confidence. So many times we work on the fear and like, oh my gosh, make the fear go away. It's not going to go away. Stop trying to eliminate the fear, but start trying to increase your confidence, and the fear will subside, you guys. Ooh, this is another good one too. Be allergic to what is easy and uninspired by the status quo. Be allergic to what is easy. So many people in our world, they want what is easy. They want success to be easy. They want to earn a free car, but they don't want to do anything hard or uncomfortable. Why would I do that? Literally be allergic to things that are easy. If you hear it say out of your mouth, oh, I don't like that, or that's too hard, or that doesn't work, shame on you. You need to do it because there's obviously some fear there that I would encourage you to be allergic to what is easy. Okay, this is another big one, that when we don't do what we know we need to do, it decreases our confidence. If, let's say, you said you're going to make booking calls, and when you don't do it, it decreases your confidence. But yeah, guess what? The opposite is true. That if you said you're going to make booking calls and you're scared and you're nervous, but you do it, that increases your confidence. I want to give a little shout out to Miss Alicia Young. She was nervous and she's like, I got to go out there and meet some people. And she was nervous. She's like, I don't know, I'm chickening out. And she just went out and did it. And she printed out the scavenger hunt and went out and got 4 names in like an hour. And she did it. She faced her fear and did it. And little things like that, you guys, every time you do something like that, it's going to increase your confidence. And every time you don't do those things, it'll decrease your confidence. So so don't put so much on trying. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Okay, so I'm going to share from an article about 9 things that you can do to, well, it's 8 things. 8 things you can do to increase your confidence, and then I'm going to share a couple of them. But the biggest thing you can do, well, one of the big things is to do the things that you've been avoiding. Do the things that you're afraid of, because that increases your confidence. So she talks about, of course, practicing. Practice helps you build your confidence. And keep track of how much you're smiling. Oh, you guys, definitely write that one down. So many of you guys have watched you and you look like sad and miserable and depressed. I've seen you do some facials and I'm like, they look sad. Smiling, keep track of how much you smile. How much you smile has to do with your confidence. Regularly flashing a grin will make you look more comfortable and friendly. Watch your tone. Tone is huge, you guys. Less confident people tend to end statements as if they were questions. That's dangerous because it signals that you're very unsure of the validity of your thoughts. It's a very common feminine speech pattern that hasn't worked to our benefit. It's best to make a statement unless, of course, you're asking a question. So watch your tone. Watch your excitement level. If you're like, hey, we have this great content, it's amazing, blah, blah, blah. Or if you're like, hey, we have this great content, it's amazing. 2 totally different tones, right? And they're going to get 2 totally different responses that match your tone, okay? Or watch your tone. Quit apologizing. A lot of you need to put a big star by this one. Quit apologizing. I hear so many of you say, I'm so sorry for this, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for this. Good manners never work against us, but if you're constantly apologizing, it diminishes what other people think of you. So rather than making a call with a meek, sorry to bug you, simply ask, do you have 10 minutes? It's a totally different level of confidence instead of apologizing. So stop apologizing, you guys. Know your stuff, so do your homework and your research. Well, this is a good one too. Don't advertise your fears. Resist sharing your self-doubts. That's a big one because the first impression we give someone about an assignment can color her perspective. So, for example, you share with me your fears and your doubts and your self-doubts, your insecurities, but not with your team. Your team needs to see you being confident. And yes, you're going to be afraid, but but don't let them hear that fear, because when they hear that fear, then it's going to cause them to doubt you as a leader. Okay, you reach up as always. Okay. Work out, you guys. Working out and taking care of yourself physically really makes such a big difference. I know when I'm going to the gym and I'm eating right and I'm getting enough sleep and all that, I feel so much better. I'm so much more confident. I have so much more energy and I get better results. You've got to take care of yourself, especially if you have a big goal. You've got to take the time to work out, and then you feel better. Even if you don't look at it, you feel better. And that's everything, is how you feel. Dress the part. We talked about that earlier, you guys. Some of you need a makeover. And if you don't feel confident on the outside, or if you don't look great on the outside, that comes across on the inside that, yes, you want to work on the inside, but having a makeover on the outside can help your confidence on the inside, because people are, unfortunately, in our world, they're attracted to that, you guys. But the key is not necessarily what other people think. It's more about you and the type of person that you're wanting to attract. Look at the outfit that you've worn the last few days. Is that something that looks sharp and slamming and like $1 million director? If it's not, do something about it. Maybe you need a haircut. Maybe you need get a new outfit. Maybe you need to have someone show you how to do your makeup. Whatever. And change the outward appearance. And then a couple other things that I'm going to add as along with this is get organized. Sometimes if people are super disorganized, that can decrease their confidence because they don't know where anything is and they feel flustered. Because it usually takes like 30 minutes, maybe an hour max to get organized. And then you just feel so much better. You're going to get so much better results. The people you hang around, we talked about that. That increases your confidence. Your posture. Oh my gosh, you guys, some of you guys, your posture is so not good. Posture, shoulder back, eye contact. And have a power outfit. I already talked about that. Your shoulders back. Take time to take care of yourself. Be optimistic and positive. Oh my gosh, that makes such a big difference, you guys, in your confidences. Be optimistic about yourself and about your business. If you're being negative and you're being an ER, you're either an ER or a Tigger. There's not either or, okay? You're either an ER or a Tigger, either positive or negative. It's black and white. And ask yourself, what am I? Am I black or white? You can't be in the middle. You can't be in the middle. And so it is a choice to be optimistic. And I'm naturally a pessimist. I am naturally the person who is, my dad my whole life called me melancholy and always thinking the worst of everything and like little ER. Literally, that's how I grew up. And that's my natural tendency. But I've learned to retrain those thoughts. And so I'm telling you guys, it's something that you can do, but you got to work on it. And then I know for me, I have talked a lot about affirmations and what you're filling your mind with, and really working on building your self-esteem and changing those limiting beliefs. And really, for me, it's filling myself up and spending time with God so that I can walk in God confidence, not in self-confidence, but that I can walk in God confidence. And I feel more confident when I'm taking my time alone to fill me up and to connect with Him. That makes me more confident. And like I said, I'm not walking in my confidence, I'm walking in God confidence, but I've got to take the time to really build that relationship. And are you taking the time to fill yourself up so that you can truly be your best? Okay? All right, I will wrap it up because I know I'm going long. Like I said, I'm sorry. So your homework is this. I want you to make a plan of what you're going to do to build your confidence. Obviously, I shared several things. I talked about the things that affect your confidence, and I want you to be thinking about where you are on the level of 0 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 10. And if you're not where you want to be, what can you do to increase your confidence? And like I said, if you want to be in a different place, you've got to increase your confidence because it comes across in everything you do. I can get radically different results when my confidence is high and I'm on my game versus when my confidence is low, I'm just going through the motions. And so you're going to get completely different results, you guys. So I want you to make a plan of what are you going to do to build your confidence, okay? And I literally want you to send me either a Voxer message or a list, write it down, literally think about it. Don't just be like, oh yeah, I'll do that. You guys, if you don't take the time to plan something to work on the most important thing, yourself, you're not going to do it. And so in the next 24 hours, I want you to give me a plan of what you're going to do to work on you, okay, to become the most powerful version of you. And then I would challenge you to do one scary thing. To do one scary thing in the next day, couple days at the max. Do one scary thing that's outside of your comfort zone because it will build your confidence. Okay, so I'm challenging you to do one scary thing and then tell your director about it. Okay, And I want to hear from you. Most of you I have not heard much from. And if you're on tonight, I want to hear from you after the call tonight. I don't care how late it is. Y'all know I'm a late night hour, or late night owl. And those of you listening to the recording, I want to hear from you. Most of you are not reaching out to me enough. I'm telling you, if you want to move quick, you want to be talking to me daily, multiple times a day, and I want to talk to you on the phone. I would love to have an actual conversation with you over the next few days. If you need one and we haven't talked, and some of you we talk all the time, it's great. But I want you to have a game plan for your confidence. But in that, I want you to really be focused on increasing your activity this week, because if you truly want to make this thing to happen and be in DIQ by October 1st, which most of you said October 1st because you didn't hit the September 1st deadline, you've got to increase your activity drastically. And that starts by increasing your confidence. But here's the other huge thing in this. Get this. Let me wrap this up. We'll finish with this. Don't wait until your confidence is there to take action. Because I had extremely low confidence, but I didn't wait until my confidence was here. I faked it. I pretended I was Terry. You guys can pretend that you're me. Go into your appointments and pretend you're Candace. Go in with energy. How would Candace walk and interact with this person? And, what kind of questions would she ask? Fake it right now while you're working on your confidence, but don't let that stop you from working. I continued to work while I was working on my confidence. Don't wait to build your confidence and then, when my confidence is high, then I'll warm chatter. No, you've got it backwards. Because as you're stepping out of your comfort zone and trying those new things and making those phone calls and warm chattering and doing those scary things and talking to scary, intimidating people, that builds your confidence. That you want to be working on both of them together, that you're increasing your activity as you're increasing your confidence, okay? So I want to see a game plan for you, how you're going to increase your confidence, and I want to see a huge increase in your activity, you guys, because you deserve it, and you deserve to do so much more, and you deserve to have everything this company has for you, but you've got to increase your activity to be able to get there, okay? To truly to reap the rewards that this company has to offer, and I really want you shooting for that bar. So I'm excited to celebrate with you, and really excited to see who was on target for their call this week. So I hope that the game is on and you are ready to go on target for your car and earn this super cute. It's super cute, this beauty coat. I've been wearing it all night. It's adorable. I think I'm going to start wearing it at my appointments. It's adorable. By the way, when you're $1 Million Director, I got one of these for free. It showed up. That's pretty cool. But it's in a box somewhere, so I just found it. Well, I'm going to start wearing it. Or you can get the color organizer. Those two things if you go on target for your car, or get into DIQ, and that just means you have 8 active by next Wednesday, okay? In the meantime, I know we're in a face race, and you're going to see a ton of faces so that you can be getting this product on people, finishing up your star, and then sharing the business opportunity with those people. So, all right, if you're on tonight, I want to hear from you tonight, your thoughts, your takeaways, and I want you to start making a game plan so you can build your confidence, so that you can build your team and build strong, sharp leaders so that you can move really, really, really quickly. But more importantly, that you can become the most powerful version of yourself. I don't want you to be like me. I don't want you to be like anyone else. I want you to be like you and just be the powerful, most confident version of you. But that's something that I can't do. It's an inside job that you've got to do and you've got to work on and be very intentional about. So, all right, guys. I love you and believe in you and thank you for your time. And I want to hear from you. All right. Bye-bye.